Well, hello guys, how you doing today? It is another wonderful Monday, which, if you guys haven't realized or um, seen the post where I stated that I was doing every other Monday, to try and give me time to see if I could find more guests because I'm looking on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube and trying to see if I can reach out to other people, new folks, and not counting out anyone off of Facebook because you are available if you would like to hit me up. Which starting today, I'm doing live on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're watching on YouTube, definitely comment. Let us know what if you have any ideas of what you would like me to tackle when it comes to MS, if you have any questions or whatnot. And hello, Miss Jones. How are you? And Miss Taylor, how are you guys? Um, but yes, definitely. If and it goes for you guys on Facebook. If there's anything that you've come across, a question, I'm not saying that I am a specialist, nor am I saying that I am a doctor. That is a disclaimer. What I am saying is, unfortunately, I'm a little seasoned like a lot of us when it comes to MS. Even though I know it's different in all of us. You may come across a couple of people who are similar, probably about 80%, but not a total 100. I haven't come across anybody that says that that person right there is just like me. You know, 12 years for you? Oh, 2011 for me. So what is that? 2011. I can't do math. It might be 11 or 12 years. I think it's 11, 12 years. Let's see. 11. Oh, crap. I'm doing math is not my forte, and I wanted to be an architect, right? Yeah, 11 years for me. So I'm 1 year behind you, Miss Taylor. So give me a second, guys. I am going to share this just a couple of times before I get started. This is not like a. Also, if I don't post a poster prior, then definitely this is more likely not a show with a guest. This is just a random post. And this is one of those random posts. This is pretty much me just updating because we have like 1 month left before MSAwareness. And I wanted to share with you guys how we're doing when it comes to people donating steps. And all the people, including myself and my little wifey, um, are donating steps. So if you once I show you all the information, if you know anyone that would like to participate, by all means, pass this video on, share it, get it around the world. We start every October the 1st and we end March the 1st. So let me post that. Do that right there. That's posted. Do this right here. All right. I gotta share this right here. Give me 1 second here, guys. Just share this right there. Okay. And I do one more share because they only let me do 3 shares. So I just want to make sure just randomly pick a MS group. Let's see. I have so many. There we go. We just do that. All right. So let's see. Miss Jones. Miss Jones says, I'm all right, just being bedridden because of this progression of MS. I was diagnosed in 1998, so 24, almost 25 years. So when you say bedridden, you're just basically um, demobilized you. Am I reading that correctly? Just wanted to make sure. And I as well am sorry to hear the progression of your MS. If you don't mind me asking, why I continue to talk about what the episode is about is what treatment are you on if you are on any? Let's see. All right. So I'm going to share the first screen, which is to show you how many steps we have gotten so far if you haven't seen it already. Let me see how this looks. Okay, so you may not be able to see it that much. Ms. Taylor said she's had IVIG infusions for 5 years. They did me wonders. IVIG. See, now I have to go and Google that. IVIG infusions. Okay, IVIG is given through a drip into a vein. This is known as intravenous infusion. It is sometimes given as an injection. So was it a particular medicine that they was giving you, Miss Taylor? Because if I just read it right, I get the same thing, but I get Ocrevus. Well, I get Ocrevus the same way. I have to sit in the chair for 5 hours. Okay, Ms. Jones, you're on Ocrevus. So how long have you been on Ocrevus, and does it seem to have stopped the progression, or are you still progressing? Not to bombard you with all these questions. You stop because the cost. Miss Taylor, I got a possible remedy for that if you haven't tried it already. The pharmaceutical company that gives that medication, that provides that medication, have you contacted them or asked a doctor? Sometimes you can contact them yourself and ask them, hey, because I was able to do this with Ocrevus and Tysabri when I was on Tysabri. I was able to call them and ask them that they have a program available where they assist patients. A lot of patients don't know that a lot of these pharmaceutical companies give medication for free. For me, you didn't hear from me and what I'm about to say, so don't quote me on this, but I believe it's a form of tax write-off. It's almost like a donation type thing, but they get paid for the donation. It seems like it's a donation on our end because we're thinking, okay, hey, we ain't got to pay for the medication. They're giving it to us free. But for them and behind the scenes, they can sit up here and just write that crap off and they get paid for giving you free medication. Favor. I'm on Tysabri for the last 10 years. Tysabri for me, when I first got on it, was my miracle drug. It got me to the point to where I was able to walk again. I'm not going to say that it gave me my walking ability back, but it ceased my activity with my lesions and my will to not be where I was at and overcoming a bad marriage. That changed a lot. So I don't think Tysabri in itself by itself just gave me my mobility back, which I will talk about that a little bit more. Taylor says yes, they give you a flat discount of $100 off of an infusion. That's thousands. Wow. That's messed up. Ms. Jones says since 2017, it stopped the progression, but it's not helping me. All right. And I was waiting for Ms. Jones to tell me that. I was hoping that she wasn't going to say that, but I am going to state a hard truth, where a lot of us probably don't want to hear, but it needs to be said. And I've said this a couple of times on the show, and this is not to make anybody feel bad. You know, if you need to chop it up with me in the comments, go ahead. But this is not to make you feel bad. What it is to make you understand where we're sitting at. Now, I am a God-fearing man, and I do believe in miracles. So, with that off the table, you have to understand that we are going through nerve damage. Nerve damage are some of the things that are so hard to come back from. So, my question for my neurologist was, if we get a cure, I mean a 100% cure that cures any MS patient off the board, just bam, what happens if we have acquired any form of nerve damage, like those that can't walk, those that have ability to walk but not great, drop foot, all of this, can't really see out of one eye because you have the optic neuritis type thing. What happens to that? And he answered quick. He didn't hesitate. He just said nothing. We would just cure MS. So that means it's not going to progress anymore. So wherever you're at right then, if you get cured, that's where you're going to be. And so I took that, and let me bring myself back up here. I took that, and I started to definitely look at life totally different. And this was already one of the main reasons why I started ICanBeatMs, because I really felt like we focused so much on trying to get back to who we were prior to being diagnosed, and not understanding, like, right now, we need to understand where we're at this moment and adjust. Not saying don't pray and don't hope that you can get some form of normacy back. And normacy is totally different. Don't allow your previous self to be the normal that you're wanting to get to, because there are a lot of warriors right now that stop walking, that's in wheelchairs or in motorized chairs, that are doing wonderful things because they just said, hey, if it's whomever will, because some of us are atheists, some of us, believe in whomever. So, but whoever you believe in, and if you don't, you just, your will is at some point just may get you back up. And until that time, I am going to enjoy life. I've already come to terms with death, because once you're born, you're seriously born to die. There's no way around that. At some point, you're going to leave. How you leave, I definitely don't want to leave in particular ways, but I have come to terms with, at some point, my life is going to end. But as long as I am here, I am not going to allow myself to be bombarded by this element that I have going on inside of me, which, this is just me, which I feel when I talk to people is something that I brought on to myself. It is a you know how they say spells, which, again, spelling, words are basically spells. I really feel as though I brought this on myself with a lot of things, how I thought about things, what I used to say to myself, how I allowed people to run me over and to stress me out, the trauma that I adhered. I can't, I'm only taking ownership of what I know that I've done to myself, but I can't control other people. But I can control, you can control how you respond to these people. So you have to really, 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 really. And I'm not saying this to anybody that's watching right now, that you cause your own illness or you're not paying attention. And I'm just speaking from my truth. I definitely, my story is, I really feel like I brought MS onto myself. And that's why I am working hard. I'm not saying that I haven't fallen. I constantly fall. I constantly trip myself, but I do diligently work hard on trying my best to stay on a narrow course on figuring out what's best for me and my body. And that's what you're going to have to do, regardless if you're bedridden or you are walking with a cane. We go through a lot of this. Um, let's see. I need to go back up. Hold on. Okay. Because Miss Jones said something. Miss Sherry said, thank you. Uh, Yeah, new norms every day. New norms every day. You're right, Miss Taylor. New norms every day. Sherry says you have to find a new way to do what you want to do. Miss Sherry, you're good at that. You're still going on vacation, so I was talking about you as well. Strong words we must live by. Yes, definitely. John says, I'm dealing with the grief of what I was able to do. And that's why I said what I said before I even read that. Because a lot of us are, Ms. Jones. I can't tell you not to. I would never tell anyone to not to think about who they were. What I do ask is that person that used to walk is still in there. Don't let your ability to walk overshadow the greatness of your heart, your mind, and your spirit. That's what we end up doing. We allow society to put us in this box and tell us if we're not doing this one particular thing, then we're nobody. Then we should be sad. We should be depressed. We should be wanting to kill ourselves because we can't do that one thing. And one of those things is being able to move. We feel once we become stable, not stable, stationary, then we have no life. That's what society that's like the seed that it plants in our head. If you can't do this, you can't do that. Who are you? And so then we start questioning ourselves. I am not my old self. Who am I? But if you think every time you wake up in the morning and you go to sleep, whatever you went through that day, and you wake up the next day, you are someone different. On the outside, you may be the same person that everybody sees that goes to work or that gets up in the morning that your kids see, but in the inside, there may have been something that happened to you. There may have been something bad that happened to you. There may have been something great that happened to you that changed your thought process, which makes you a totally different person the next day. This is the what is the word I'm looking for? This is what stunts our growth when it comes to definitely relationships. If you know me, you know that I have a relationship podcast that I do on all podcast platforms, and I do a live on Wednesday on Facebook. And growth, you have to grow. You have to allow yourself to grow, regardless if you're stagnant, regardless if you can't move. Your legs are not the only thing that grows, that moves your mind, your heart. And until that stops, you're constantly growing. And we have to look outside of the fact that I might not be able to pick up my grandkids. I might not be able to walk to the bathroom. And so I guess someone can hit me with, so what's so enjoyable about not being able to move? That is a good point. What is enjoyable when you can't move? I know a lot of us don't have the enjoyment of having great support systems. So I can't say for those, because I've talked to a lot of people. I've tried to help a lot of people that were bedridden, that didn't have any support. And I tried my best to be there for them. And it was a hard thing. And still to this day, it kind of hurts because one, I can't contact that person. I don't even know if that person passed away or not. So when I'm saying this, I am not being insensitive to the fact that you may not have anybody. But what I am saying is, we all know what MS likes. MS sits in the background and it waits for us to get depressed. It waits for us to stress out. It waits for us to get angry. It waits for us to go to that dark place. And as soon as we get there, regardless of how long we're there, it's ready to pounce on us. So if there's anything that you can do, if you find yourself stagnant or stationary for whatever reason, if there's anything you can do to try to figure out, regardless if it's just watching a particular program or two, or having the ability to call someone or several people, find it, please. I just don't like hearing that someone in my community is in a bad place because they're not who they used to be. And that's what they want to be. I don't know, it's just, it pulls at my heartstrings. And, I think, that's one of my missions with this group is the psyche, trying to help to reprogram how we think about who we are. We're not done if we're still breathing. We're not nobody if we're still breathing. Are we in pain? Yes. Are we uncomfortable? Yes. Do we not want to be like this? Yes. But I want you to think, what if you were still able to walk? What if you didn't have MS? What happened if you have cancer? What happened if you're just walking and you end up breaking your leg? We have to figure out the best way to combat how we treat ourselves, how we talk bad about ourselves in our heads, because we're not those people anymore. We are the same person. It's just we're having to change, and a lot of people don't like change. My thing is, someone is paying attention to you, looking at you, feed them. Oh, you trying to figure out what's wrong with me? I have multiple sclerosis. You ever heard of it? When I do my pop-ups, doing a donation thing, that's the first thing I ask. You ever heard of multiple sclerosis? You know what multiple sclerosis is? I'm constantly hearing people. I know a cousin, I know an uncle, I know a dad. My auntie has it. My best friend got it. So how are they doing? That's my next question. Because now I'm wanting to know if you really know what's going on. And if this person is a friend. And majority of the people that I talk to, you do see some form of, they know a little bit about it. And so that they're probably in that friend's life. So I like that. I have a lot of deep conversation with people at my pop-ups. And it's amazing how many people in Albany, there, the city that I stay in, that has MS, and that people that know about MS. Ms. Jones, I am glad that you said that. I don't let myself go to that dark place. That is awesome. So awesome. You also stated that you lost both parents and I don't have a support system. And that's why I said that. A lot of us don't. And I have a sister that's diagnosed. She got diagnosed before me. She's in Texas. My brother's in Virginia. My mom's in the same city. But my mom is a cancer survivor. But she's not in a great shape to, if I got messed up, to take care of me, anything like that. I have a couple of great friends, but I can't say I have been blessed to find an actual partner that, in my mind, I was already like, I want to be in a relationship, but I can't, because what woman is going to want to take care of a man? Because society basically states that a woman should not be head of house or in a position to look like she's head of house, making more money than a man and taking care of a man. Because where do they do that at? If a man can walk, he should be taking care of himself, right? So with me, now I have my ability to walk. So my thing is, society looks at me as I'm supposed to be out there working. Can't be mad at a woman looking at me wrong and saying, I'm not gonna deal with that. But me and my wife was listening to something last night about a couple that we admire, and he was stating that he was questionable about going after this person because she had sickle cell, and he wanted someone healthy to bear his kids. But he also stated that God bust him upside the head and say, "Who are you to say who's healthy?" You know? And I took that and it resonates with me. And I felt the same way when I said, you know what? Forget it. God, guess what? I'm gonna move out of the way, and I'm gonna allow you to point me to who I need to get to, because again, I'm messing up. And she kind of did the same thing. She was like, obviously, I can't pick the right person. So you know who's good for me, place them there. God showed me her. She didn't want to believe it. But we're here where we're at now, the best thing ever. Um, so, but yeah, let's see. Miss Sherry says nothing enjoyable about, yes, can move, but you thank God that He woke you up for another day. You have a son to help you do the things you want to do. Right, right. Yeah, y'all be going on trips and stuff, man. Ms. Jones said, I'm living. I was told I have a mass on Friday. Wow. And we have Miss DF. Yes, adjusting to a constant new norm. Yes. The adjustment, I think, is the hardest thing for people like us. Change in general for people is hard. So before I do some more comments, let me go ahead and do this. So, nope, not what I want to do. All right. So the steps, right? The steps are, we're at 2,511,022 steps as of January 24th. Last year we got 4 million. I don't know if we're going to get to 4 million steps. Now for this go around, we saved up 260. Well, not saved though. There has been donation of 261 as of January 24. So every go round, we hope to try to get $1,200. Last time we got 600. So that we give out $100 Visa gift cards to other patients with MS in need. And we have ways, if you would like to put your hand in the basket to win one of those cards when we do off the raffle. So, but this steps, we start every October 1st and it ends every March 1st. So for anybody that know they have friends that have smartwatches that would like to participate in this, if you know this here, you can donate, and I'll show you where you can do that at. But this here is just donating steps, and I can show you how you donate the steps by going to this website. Stop screen sharing. Let me go to this here. All right. So this is my bakery website. All right. It is called It's called Treats and Sweets. Yes, I bake all the goodies. All right. So when you're on this website, you're gonna go up to the top. It says Steps Against MS, and you click on that, and you see me and my two lovely MS brothers. When I stayed in Mississippi, we're doing the MS walk. Have all the lovely information right there. Now, if you're wanting to put your name in a hat, which I will put this in a comment, you can email us at this email. I'm typing this in the comments, so give me a second. MS, ICanBeatMs.com. All right, so you can email us at that email and just give us a brief, rundown on how MS is affecting you. That has affected you since you've been diagnosed, and what that does is that puts your name in the hat. So we're getting close to being able to do our first 2 cards. It's been a slow donation this time around, and I really looked at that as being due to Christmas. But we're getting ready to do our first 2 cards for this go around. So definitely, if you're an MS warrior and you're looking for your need for $100, just send us a brief story, and that's how we pick. We raffle out. We put your name. Read your story. We put your name in the hat, and me and my wife just stick our hands and pull it out. Miss Sherry was one of the people that got a card as well. And then we have some other folks. Now, other ways you can donate too. We do have a GoFundMe as well. Let's see. The GoFundMe. I don't know if it's going to let me change it. Let's see if it is. Nope, it's not going to let me change it. So I have to stop sharing it. Stop sharing that screen. And show this one more screen, and I'll proceed on with checking the comments. So just bow with me, my fellow warriors. All right. Nope, that's my editing. Not the right one. Stop sharing. Okay, share. How did I mess that up? Oh, there it goes. All right, there it goes. Ha. So, all right, all in all, including last donation drive and this donation drive, we've done $761 worth of cash donation. So during my pop-ups, 10% of my sales go to this, and then we have people just donating money in general. And so again, like I said, it's been kind of slow this go around. I hate that, but it is what it is. So if you can see where I did some offline donations because of the donations from the pop-ups. We had someone do $40. So let's see. We look at the updates. This is a person. This is another MS warrior that got a card, you see. So this is legit. This is something that we're actually really doing. We're not just taking random pictures of people. We have some other folks. I don't see them. Let's see. Where are you? We had 2 other people pictures I had up here. But yeah, she was one of them. So, all right, let's go to the comments. Ms. Sherry said it is enjoyable about not being able to move. It isn't enjoyable about not being able to move. Thank God he woke up. Okay, I've already said that. Ms. Jones says she's grateful for waking up today. Cool. Awesome. Sherry also expressed about if we cut down stress in our life, we will live longer. Boy, tell me about it. This is a class that they should be teaching in grade school. Stress relief. They don't do it though. That's like should be one of the main core classes that you should have to pass. How to let go of stress, but they want to teach you all this other stuff. Ms. Jones said, I would love to know how to win the money. Please. Ha! I just showed you. See? And again, like I say, this comment that we just did, the info@ICanBeatMs.com. You just email us there. Just a brief. It doesn't have to be long. It can be 5 pages long. We love reading, but it can be short. But whatever you send, that automatically puts your name in the hat. Yes, and so I am going to show you guys all the people that are doing these lovely steps here. I might not be able to see them though. All right, so you can't see them, which I hate that. Let's see. Maybe let me try something else. Maybe if I don't think they do it either. I don't think they made it big. Nope, did not. All right, so let me bring that back down. That didn't do what I wanted to do. I'm gonna tell you who's on here. And Michelle's right. She's on here. The lovely Michelle says, all right, so it's me, my wife. I have a couple of customers. Let's see. So it's me, my wife, Delisa, Miss Beth. We have I want to say a Caitlin, a Pam, a Mr. Josh. Mr. Josh helped us last time, and him and his little group that he had found, his little people, which they're starting to come up again, sending steps. They got us over to 4 million, and I was so appreciative of that. We have my play sister, Miss Janet. She's on Facebook. We have Melody, which is Mr. Josh's wife. We have Miss Taylor that's on right now with her steps. We have an Andy, Tiffany, we have a Shelby, and we have I want to say you pronounce this Lyndia. It's Lydia. I know I just murdered that name. But again, like I say, we're at 2511022. 2,511,022 steps. I am so appreciative of the people that has sent in steps. And like I stated, you can go to Treats and Sweets LLC, www.treatsandsweetsllc.com. Now, in the description, once the video is over, you can actually go to the description of the video, and I do have the links, not only to the GoFundMe, if you want to share that with any people, and to where you fill out the step form and the email if you forget. And you can actually go ahead and like click on those links. So if you're on YouTube as well, same thing. Let's see. But that was pretty much all I wanted to talk about today. I'm definitely this week, I'm going to work hard. So, I take a 2-week break. So it won't be next Monday, but Monday after next. I'm definitely going to work hard on seeing if I can get some other people on, like I stated, off of it's a lot of people on TikTok that has MS, and I'm following a lot of people on Instagram as well. So I've been reaching out. I've been getting people that they're a little too busy. So it's kind of hard, but I'm still going to work on it because I really want to allow people to express and talk about what they've gone through, because you never know, you may come across someone that's going through the same thing that's on the show that you're going through somewhat, and it just may help. If not, I would definitely look into some information, and you guys please comment, DM me, let me know if there's anything that you would like for me to talk about, because I ain't scared. I'm not scared. You know, I talked about Medicaid, which I gotta call them because I got a car and I have yet to call them, and I had that episode last time. And I don't know if they've been paying for, actually, yeah. If you have this one quick thing before I leave, if you have Medicare, not Medicare, if you have Social Security and you have that extended something to where you're not paying for your insurance anymore, you have Medicaid. And if you got Medicaid, you need to be very cautious about your assets. Can't have too many assets, because your assets, when you die, Medicaid will take your assets. And if you haven't seen that episode, by all means, go to my feed on ICanBeatMs page and look for that episode. Some great information. But definitely, guys, I will talk to you all in 2 weeks. And again, if you know of anyone that would like to be a guest, or if you would like to be a guest on one of our shows, you can also hit me up, comment, and say, hey, I would like to be a guest on one of your shows and talk about my MS. Just let me know, regardless of if it's next week or right before the next show. I can still probably bring you on depending on what the topic is. So let me know. And again, guys, please share this. I would just really want us to get to a point to where we understand that realizing who we are now and working with what we have now, instead of trying to forcefully get back to who we were. And it's a very sensitive subject. I don't want anybody to accept the fact that they got MS and give up. Not saying that. But you do have to understand that you do have an element. You do have a disease. You do have an incurable disease at that can have you malfunction at any given time. So, in so many eyes, you're not normal. You have to make a new normal, like the other person said on YouTube. You have to make your normal and forget about what everybody else is thinking. Forget about what society is telling you is normal. You have to make you a new normal. So I end the show with that, and I tell you, Jadim. I did not say that right, probably, but I'm telling you, I love you in French, somewhat, maybe. Jadim. There we go, Jadim. Right? Somebody Frenchy correct me. So with that being said, guys, again, I do appreciate it. And you all have a lovely day.